Well, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel and episode 11 of my training log as I train for many different races in the upcoming 2024 season. This episode I have some special tips from my strength coach, Mike Thompson, so be sure to stick around for those. Well, let's dive right in and see if I can remember the right month this time. So Monday, January 15th, was a day off from work, and it called for a rest day from my running, but also strength work. And this was a core activation workout from my coach, Mike Thompson. So my wife joined me for the workout. It was a little over 30 minutes long. Did it in the house, didn't have to go to the gym because it was just some minor movements and things that I could do with what I had. So overall, it was a good session. And then also, of course, Monday, recovery day. So I hopped in the air relaxed recovery legs, did those for about 15-ish minutes or so, really just kind of working the legs and helping them feel really nice. And then something else that I do maybe once a month or as needed if I feel that I need it is Graston. So I have the equipment to do it myself as the Graston technique to my legs. I was particularly feeling in my left leg that I needed to work it out a little bit. So I did that for a little bit, kind of, I don't know, maybe 3-4 minutes of work on it. It doesn't take long, but it was feeling better afterwards, and overall a good day as a whole. So Tuesday, January 16th called for about an hour easy run. So I went out in some cooler weather. It was definitely still some snow on the ground, but wearing the Hoka Arahi 7s. And it felt really good, just keeping it very, very easy, letting the body just kind of warm up and yeah, keeping it chill. Well, Wednesday, January 17th called for speed work, and this was a ladder workout. And so I opted to hop on the treadmill because this was a day that was just loaded with meetings. I didn't have any time, and I also had a podcast later on I had to record, so it was a busy day. So I hopped on the treadmill, and the workout specifically was about a 20-minute warm-up, and then I had to do 1 minute, 1 minute and 30 seconds, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute and 30, and a minute at 8 RPE. And this was all uphill. And so I did these all at 7% incline. The warm-up was flat. The recovery period was 2 minutes between each interval, and that was also uphill, but at a much slower pace. Basically, I think I did those at like a 12-minute mile, the recovery section. So yeah, that was a tough workout for sure. Got almost 1,500 feet of elevation gain over the entire hour and 15 minutes, but it was good. Well, later on that day after work, I recorded a podcast for the Dirt and Vert podcast, and it was a lot of fun, so be sure to take a look at that. You can actually stream it from Spotify, Apple, those kind of things, and there's supposed to be the video up on YouTube, so I'll pop some links in the description for you guys to take a look, a listen, or a look, hopefully, to that. But then later that night, once the kids were in bed, I went to the gym for my normal workout, had a little over a bit of an hour, and this was a newer workout plan, getting, the first 3 weeks we were doing some kind of base building, and this was moving into some more strength type stuff. So it was a good session for sure, and I enjoyed being in the gym at night because it was definitely less crowded. So Thursday, January 18th, called for another hour easy run, but my coach did want me to get on some trail if possible and to also get a little bit of elevation gain. So I ran from my house to the Sunset Mesa open space, ran there, and then ran back. And so all in, it was a beautiful, beautiful run. The weather was just perfect, but all in, it was an hour, almost 6.5 miles, 768 feet of elevation gain, so nothing crazy, but overall just a good day of training. And like I said at the beginning, my strength coach, Mike Thompson, is also a running coach. He's not my running coach, but he does do that for other people. If you're interested, definitely look out for Mike on Instagram, Fast and Fit Mike. I'll pop his link down below as well. But he has a lot of experience running. He did triathlons for a while, raced at Kona. He's done, he did the Leadville Trail Marathon race. I saw him there, he saw me up at the top of Mosquito Pass. He's also done the Leadville 100 mountain bike and a lot of other big events. So he knows what he's doing. And he put together some drills for us and for the channel, for you guys. He might help you out. This is just an A skip and a B skip.
All right, the purpose of this drill is to teach you to not strike when your foot is moving forward. We want to teach that foot is coming and almost recycling underneath the body at contact, rather than just throwing the leg out and letting the ground do what it's going to. So we want to be the ones applying force to the ground, hence A skip. All right, B skip. The way I describe this is that you've got dog poop on the bottom of your shoe and you're trying to wipe off that dog poop off the ground. Be gone, dog poop. Be gone.
Got plenty more drills from Mike as well. I'll put some of those in some coming episodes also. But if you are interested in a strength coach or a running coach, I definitely highly recommend Mike. So take a look at his stuff down below in the description. Well, that brings us to Friday, January 19th. And this called for a cross training day. And it specifically said I could hike, do a very easy run, or take a rest day. So I chose to hop on the treadmill for 45 minutes of power hiking with a weighted vest. And so I had a 16-pound vest on and I hiked at 20% the entire time. And yeah, got a good bit of elevation gain in there, 2.18 miles, over 2,500 feet of elevation gain. And my legs were tired afterwards for sure wearing that weighted vest. It was a good workout. But that was not all, because then later on that day, I also had to go to the gym for my strength workout. Again, a little over an hour doing some deadlifts this time, a lot more strength work. Really a very, very good session, and yeah, just can feel myself getting stronger, which is a good thing. I'm enjoying it. Well, Saturday, January 20th called for a long run of about 2.5 hours. With all the snow, colder temperatures, I didn't want to go up high in the mountain, so I found a route that I thought would be perfect for just that. It was basically a continuous uphill with some dirt and paved roads, and then a single track down, and it was just a good run. Well, I'm back on the Intamin Trail right now, but I was way overdressed. I had to stop and take off my jacket already, my mittens. Weather forecast made it seem like it was going to be, you know, in the 20s. But it was, I think, 33 when I parked the car. And in the sun, it felt quite warm. So, got the jacket in the back, just in case though. But not gonna lie, I am definitely feeling yesterday's workout. I was quite sore in my triceps, lats, and I guess it's my dell? I don't know what it is. My back and the triceps, the arms are quite sore. So today's just supposed to be easy. I'm gonna try my best to keep it easy. We'll see how it goes though. Way over there, that mountain with the flat top, lower spot, that's Iron Mountain. Beyond that, you can see the Garden of the Gods. The dirt red road going up there, that is Rampart Range. My wife is running later. Oh, this is non-stop uphill. Let's go. Have an odd sign. All right, if you look, I'll put an arrow on the screen. Down there somewhere is Red Mountain. You can just barely see that red and white pole on top of it. So that should mean the incline. Yeah, right there. Yep. All right, incline again. I'll put an arrow on the screen, but it's right in here, going up the mountain. It's going up that way. All right, I'm still climbing. Up and up and up. So in 1910, back then, it was incredibly narrow, like way more narrow than it is now. So they used these vehicles, these thing called Packard touring cars that could carry 24 passengers. They would leave from the Antlers Hotel in downtown Colorado Springs, and then they would come up this road at 9 miles per hour. And the road was so narrow and the cars were too long, they couldn't make these hairpin turns. Like, this is much wider now behind me than it was. So they used the first of these kind here, these turntables. The cars would drive up onto this, and then the turntable would rotate so they could make the turn and then continue on. So pretty cool. That company apparently went bankrupt in 1913 though, and the cars were all sold off and turned into old trucks. So you learn something every day. Well, over 8,000 feet up now, still climbing. I think I go up to like 84 before I start descending. It is continuous, like 3-4 miles. Just uphill. Good run. might be the high point. 84.77, I think. About to head down. I think there's a turn up here, or I should get on some single track. So we'll see. Well, I thought I was just about to be attacked by two dogs. There were some people hiking up this and they had their dogs off leash. Came around a corner and both dogs come charging right at me, growling, sounding really aggressive. Not gonna lie, a little intimidating. But luckily, they just came right up to me and like I stood still and they just kind of sniffed me and the owner got him back. But man, keep your dogs on leash, people. It's pretty cool if you look way over there. That's the road that I ran up all the way over through there, around the mountain, back to the front side, making a big loop. So I just popped out and connected back over to the section 16 open space. Heading down this now. Should be mostly a descent the whole way, I hope. We'll see. All right, well, I lied to myself. There are hills. They're not bad, they're runnable, but my legs are feeling that workout yesterday. Power hiking and the workout. I'm tired. That's good. Body's growing, getting stronger. Well, as you saw, it was a beautiful day. I was definitely overdressed, but glad I had the Smart Wool t-shirt on underneath. I felt pretty good wearing just the t-shirt, but overall, a little over 13 miles, almost 2,200 feet of elevation gain, 2 hours, 15 minutes of moving time. I did stop a little bit to kind of look at that turntable and another overlook as well, and just kind of enjoyed the effort being easier-ish somewhat. So the Hoka Speedgoat 5 GTX were great on the long road section. They felt fine underneath, and then also on the snowy single track coming down, they felt very sure-footed as well. Well, today, Sunday, January 21st, was an hour and 15 minutes easy run, and my coach did want me to get back on trail and specifically get a little bit more elevation gain as well. We're trying to build up some strength in the legs on top of the gym. So I headed out to the Bear Creek Canyon High Drive area, parked down there, ran up High Drive, went around Mount Buckhorn, kind of circumnavigated that, and then came back down, I think it's Trail 666, all the way back down High Drive. And it was a great run, definitely a fair amount of snow on the trail at times on that Mount Buckhorn section in the shaded part. There was a lot of snow and the trail was pretty much gone, so you're kind of just hoping your foot doesn't slide out, but it did fine. I mean, the Speedgoat 5 GTX handled it perfectly. I didn't put any traction on at all. It was a good run. Overall, 6.3 miles, almost 1,600 feet of elevation gain. I was really trying to keep this at an easy effort and keep my heart rate under 150. I was trying to never let it go above that. I think it did spike up once to 153, but I did a really good job. Whenever it got higher, I would just stop and walk the hill a little bit until my heart rate recovered, then go again. Really just trying to keep that effort easier. Well, overall for the week, it was a pretty decent week of training. Mileage-wise, it was 42.41, 7 hours, 24 minutes of running with just over 9,000 feet of elevation gain, so not bad at all. Then I also had about 2 hours and 50 minutes worth of my strength training between the 3 workouts, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So a lot of time working out and a lot of time running, and it's just feeling really good. My body's feeling good. I definitely had some soreness from Friday's workout in the upper body, kind of in the triceps, the lats, the delts, those areas. Definitely had some soreness, but it's a good feeling because soreness means my body is improving and my muscles are growing. Well, that's gonna do it for episode 11. I hope you had a good training week as well. If you missed last week's episode, go ahead and take a look at that on your screen. Thank you all so much for watching. I do appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one.